The ocean was calm, but the silence wouldn't last. Two of the most powerful warships ever built were already in position. The USS Abraham Lincoln cut through the waters of the Arabian Sea, while far to the west, the USS Gerald R. Ford held the Red Sea. Two carrier strike groups, two directions, one mission: eliminate the Iranian naval threat. Below deck, controlled chaos ruled. Crew members rushed between stations, loading weapons, checking systems, preparing for what would become a relentless cycle of war. Above them, on the flight deck, engines roared to life. One by one, F/A 18 Super Hornet fighters were locked into catapults. Pilots signaled, steam burst, and in seconds they were gone, launched into the sky with explosive force. From both carriers, waves of jets surged into the night, nearly 90 fighters in total. Their targets were already locked in: Iranian warships, coastal ammunition depots, and deadly incoming drones. As the strike packages approached the coastline, formations broke apart with precision. Each pilot knew their target. Each second counted. Missiles were released, bombs dropped, explosions lit up the darkness. On the surface, destroyers moved into position, guided missile systems activated. And then, the launch. Tomahawk cruise missiles streaked across the sky, flying low and fast over the water. They struck ships at anchor, pierced hardened coastal defenses, and erased targets before alarms could even finish sounding. In the air, threats emerged. Shahed drones moved to intercept, but the Super Hornets were faster, more precise, more lethal. Pilots engaged one target after another, tracking, locking, firing, clearing the skies with ruthless efficiency. Back on the carriers, the battle never paused. Jets returned low on fuel, damaged, worn, but still flying. They approached the deck at high speed. Hook down, one shot, arresting cables snapped tight, and the aircraft slammed to a halt in seconds. Below deck, crews moved instantly. Fuel lines connected, weapons reloaded, systems inspected. Every landing was logged, fuel remaining, weapons used, time on mission. There was no delay, no wasted motion. Within minutes, the same aircraft were ready again and launched again. Meanwhile, above the waves, MH-60R Seahawk helicopters worked without rest. They flew between the strike group and supply ships, carrying ammunition, spare parts, food, keeping the entire operation alive. Day turned to night, night turned to day. But the cycle never stopped. Launch, strike, return, reload, repeat, over and over again. Iranian ships attempted to maneuver, to escape, to fight back. But they were outmatched, outpaced, outgunned. Every movement was tracked. Every target was engaged. Every resistance was crushed. From two directions, the pressure never let up. The Arabian Sea, the Red Sea, a perfect pincer. And in the center, the fleet began to disappear, one ship after another, until nothing remained. No formations, no defenses, no response, just silence. The operation didn't slow, it didn't hesitate, it continued until every objective was complete. Only then did the tempo ease. Jets returned for the final time. Deck crews stood down, engines powered off, and across the water, where a fleet once stood, there was nothing left, just open sea and the fading echo of overwhelming force.
that holds the balance of energy, a tajura, and stability for much of the world. And now, the situation is escalating. In response, the United States has launched a large-scale air deployment, one designed for speed, precision, and immediate impact. Thousands of troops, hundreds of aircraft, all moving in a carefully coordinated operation that unfolds in minutes, not hours. At the center of it all, the V-22 Osprey, a machine unlike any other. Neither helicopter nor airplane, but something in between. Its massive rotors tilt forward for speed, then rotate upward for vertical landing.